As we've said soon after the election, don't count on tax reform, don't count on infrastructure. One thing you can count on is we're going to get significant regulatory relief. And then you have to focus on which sectors of the U.S. economy are going to benefit the most there. And the two that stand out are financial services and energy. We think the best way of playing regulatory relief is through financial services, particularly in the credits of regional and community banks. Step back from 1,000 feet. Regional and community banks have been hyper-regulated, much like their too-big-to-fail brethren, since the crisis. Small banks don't need the same regulatory oversight as a JP Morgan or a Bank of America need. So we feel the regulatory relief that's already started in terms of less onerous reporting, allowing more mergers of smaller banks, allowing them to lend more freely, will all be very good for the fundamental credit quality of regional and community banks in particular. So that's a great theoretical concept. It's almost, hey, nice to know, how are you going to make money from it? So there's a legacy market known by a complex acronym called TRUP CDOs. It stands for CDOs of Trust Preferreds. These are CDOs backed by the junior bank securities of regional community banks that are trading at very cheap prices, have very good cash flow, have improving fundamentals even without regulatory relief. With regulatory relief, the fundamentals will be even stronger the next 12 to 18 months. And last but not least, if you do get tax reform, that's icing on the cake. So you have cheap securities, good cash flow, big tailwind from regulatory relief, plus further upside if you get tax reform. So that's our preferred way of playing regulatory relief. We're not going out of our way to find things like that, but they exist today, and we're pursuing them.
All investments are subject to risk, including the possible loss of the money you invest. For more information about SkyBridge Capital Multi-Advisor Hedge Fund Portfolio Series G, call 1-888-759-2730 to obtain a prospectus. Investment objectives, risks, charges, expenses, and other important information about a fund are contained in the prospectus. Read and consider it carefully before investing. This webcast is for educational purposes only. We recommend that you consult a professional advisor about your individual situation.